Just from the beginning, or I was born in July. Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with a lot of adversity, I think, coming into Ohio State. And this year especially, it's been different. I think the day after those guys kind of went out, you kind of realize, like, man, it's a new season, new guys. It's a new journey together. And I think we've been so blessed to have such great guys come into the room right now that have helped me elevate my game and elevate my leadership and elevate all the attributes that, kind of go into what I want to be this season. And I think learning from past Buckeyes, like the Charles I've worked with a lot, has been really, like, influential, not only for just me as a player, but just me as a person as well. Because I think, going after an award like that is, first of all, you got to be very blessed to win it. But second of all, you need a lot of qualities outside of football for it. And I think I've learned a lot through that adversity and through those teachings this season. So I've been blessed.
Carson, how different are you now than 2 years ago when
you
were thrusting the job before you were probably ready?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I was, I still like green behind my ears. Yeah, no, I'm a little older now. Bones are a little more sore, but no, I'm I feel like I'm a completely different player, completely different person. But I've been blessed. Like through all those adverse times and through all those teachings and through all those hard times, I've really learned a lot about myself, a lot about my playing ability, a lot about where I can go as a player and how much more growth I still have yet. Because I still think I have a really high ceiling for myself that I can reach, and every day we're trying to raise that floor to there. And I think from 2 years ago to now, I mean, you could go on film and say that's a completely different player.
You said this spring that it was a big responsibility for you to become more of a leader. How do you feel like you've been able to do that this offseason?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've been doing a lot better job. I think the leadership on the team as a whole has become such an asset, such a great improvement. I think with the last, we got 18 days until we see the Fighting Kanus come in. Kanu, a hero. I always joke with Hero about it. He was my roommate for 2 years, so I always give him crap. But no, he's my buddy. So but yeah, he. Until then, I think my leadership is definitely elevated. I think it still needs to elevate, intensely. I think I can grow so much more than what I am right now. And we literally just had a conversation like that with a group of the guys, or with all of our O-line guys over there. Like, we can be such a good group. We can be a group that's one of the best, I feel like, tight-knit wise and collectively wise that we've been a part of, or that I've been a part of before. And so I think just to put all those pieces together and to bring leadership not only from me but from a few other guys in the online group, it will be really special throughout those next 18 days.
What led you in short?
What's that?
Go ahead.
What has stood out about Austin Saral?
What's that, sorry?
What has stood out about Austin Saral's performance in camp?
Yeah, no, and I mean, Piggy, he's been doing everything right. I mean, he's been bouncing around. He's been faced a lot of adversity as well, but I mean, he's prevailed, and he's been doing a great job leading and stuff like that. Being a younger guy himself, for him to step up and take that role has been huge, not only for me but for our entire team and for our unit. And so for him to continue to take those steps is going to be really important throughout this offseason, or throughout this through this offseason, because we have a really long season coming up. Like we know, it's going to take everybody. And last year really showed that. So I think that leadership, not only coming from, like a couple guys, but from the entire group, I think it's going to be so important, because like I said, we're going to need everybody.
Coaches talked about, you weren't playing for a while, then you become the starting left guard, then you move back to center, and you become the starting center in the national championship.
Yeah.
I know you already answered this a little bit with Clay's question, but what a whirlwind last year, and you came out on top.
Yeah.
As you reflect on that, what comes to mind?
Yeah, I mean, just how blessed I was. Just, continuing to count my blessings. I mean, I never thought, that would be the case. I know going into Penn State with Coach Fry, I was like, I know you never played it, but you want to give it a shot? And I was like, shoot, why not? And through that, I couldn't have been more blessed. And then from, taking over after Seth got injured, and him being there, still coaching me, not just like taking a back seat and working on his NFL journey, but he really sat back and helped me out, was a blessing as well. Being able to play with guys like with 2 first-round picks and 3 All-Americans, and Josh Fryer should have been All-Americans, so really 4 All-Americans. It was really, such an honor to me and be able to play with those guys. So I've just been blessed to play with a lot of really great people.
Coaches have talked about, Austin's development and how quickly kind of he flipped the switch after the title game, how motivated he was. When did you kind of see him flip that switch? Did you talk to him at all, like the motivation he had to get better and play a big role this season?
Yeah, Pig's always a really intense guy. I mean, especially when, we're doing any off-season training or something like that. Like, he's definitely a guy that gets people going. He's a really strong guy, really competitive. And so for him to just kind of, unravel a little bit more of that and just kind of like bring that raw emotion, I think, to what we do has been really just fun to see. And I think it's kind of like a culmination throughout the entire offseason from winter training to summer training to now, and he's just continued to steadily incline on that. They're really great leadership. He still has a long way to go, but I think he's been doing a really great job in learning his capabilities and what he's able to do for the group.
You're talking about kind of the last 12 months and just kind of what kind of chaos was in that. How valuable has the last 7 or so months of stability been for you to just kind of be able to not really move around, to know your role and to know where you're at?
Yeah, it's been awesome, and to work with guys like I said before, like LaCharles, has been probably one of the greatest blessings I've been able to have throughout the last 7 months. I mean, through what he's done for me, through what Coach Bowen has done for me, Coach Dickey, Coach Johnson, all those guys have really helped me out to become such a better player than I was. Has just been really important, just so I can narrow down on what I need to do, because as a center you kind of need to be able to play all 3 positions, and getting comfortable in my body posture and stance and how I drive off the ball and stuff like that is important, not only for center but for everything. So I've just been blessed with opportunity and people, honestly.
You mentioned playing behind Seth, and you obviously played next to Donovan and NFL players. What did you learn mentally that kind of helped your game grow, kind of playing with and alongside those guys?
Yeah, and I think, from being in those huddles, being with, even with great leaders like Will Howard and stuff like that, I found that we always play the best when we can play fast and we're having a lot of fun. I think we play really, really hard when we're having fun with each other. I think when we kind of have that mindset of we're going to burrow down and, it's us against, whoever, it's us collectively, our unit, against whoever wants to, line up across from us. I think that's when we have our strongest mindset and collective force together. And I think playing with Donnie and playing with Josh Fryer and Jimmy and Seth and, all those guys in the past and stuff like that, they've taught me that, physically we can be really capable, but for mentally all together, we're pretty hard to deal with.
Carson, what is the biggest difference between a center who's getting ready to start for the first time in his life and a center who's been through the battles and has a bunch of experience?
Yeah, a center who has a lot of green behind his ears. He goes up there and he's really just hoping he just doesn't mess up. He's hoping, the snap gets the quarterback. He's hoping on a lot of stuff. He's not really dictating anything. He's not going up there and deciding. He's like, okay, I'm going to give this guy 2 options. Or I know I've watched enough film. I know the tendencies of this player. I've played these guys before. I kind of have a feeling of what this D coordinator can do, or what he likes to do, just from learning from different experiences and different coaches. So just being able to go up there now with experience is huge. I didn't think I knew how valuable experience was 2 years ago. And I still have a lot of experience to get yet, I think, in my experience or in my journey, my career. But so far, I think the experience has been, invaluable for me just from those past 2 years to now.
Carson, the matchup against Hero.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was excited. I was looking up a bunch of trash talk in German for him, just so the ref doesn't get us on a couple, But no, I'm pumped actually. It's gonna be fun to see him. Me and him, have been best friends for the past couple years living together, and so it's been, it's a blessing to be able to go and play up against him. And I don't really know where he's playing at right now, I guess position-wise specifically, but wherever he's at, I'm pretty excited to throw a double team on him and hopefully roll him over a couple times.
Carson, do you think you'll be able to repeat that?
What's that?
Do you think you can repeat what you've learned about the German?
German? I really just call him Pummelish, which is chubby. That's really it.